Hey everybody, guess what? We're done with the Salon project. Not. Okay, it's really hard to tell, but that wall color is a different color. And I don't think it really shows up very well on film, but it's a slightly darker gray. We didn't want to go white and have white trim and white wall. We went just a shade darker. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, what our channel is about, we are a family that bought a 130-year-old property and we are in the process of bringing it back to life. One of the major projects we have is the barn restoration. It is a dairy barn that we have on our property that we are trying to bring back to glory. And so we have videos on that if you want to check those out. The current project we are working on is for the house. We are putting a salon in our house. My wife is a licensed cosmetologist. She would love to have a spot in our house that she can do hair from home. We are currently on part 4 of this series, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last part. This is all the detail work, all the finishing stuff. You should have already seen footage of the painting. What we're working on now is this cabinet. We will talk about that in a second. And then we have shelves and mirrors to put up and just kind of finish off the space. So the origin story of this cabinet is that in our old house it was originally the shampoo bowl cabinet, and Katie used it for the 2 years that we lived there. It was from Target, a cabinet that I modified. I actually made it taller, and then I cut out that scoop for the shampoo bowl. And so we decided, in order to continue to be resourceful and not waste anything, this is still a good cabinet, we're going to remodify it. It will become sort of Katie's hair cutting station. So she'll have 2 spots. She'll have a hair cutting station and a shampoo bowl station. So here's what I'm going to do to the cabinet. I'm going to not really do a whole lot to this. I'm just going to add a false front to this, and I've already got that ready and prepped. I am going to put a new top because obviously this one is cut up into pieces. What I'm also going to do is, as you can see here, this used to be the place where all the plumbing was in the back, and so there was a hole here and there was a hole here. I'm going to just get a board and sort of stiffen up the structure again and put it just across here. I'm not going to do anything in here unless Katie wants me to. Essentially, that's all I'm going to do. And this should be a fairly quick project. So we thought it'd be a cool idea if we took some barn wood and used that as the top. The cabinet is black, so if we have a contrasting wood top, that would look really cool. Earlier, I came out here to this pile, and this was from the cleanup that we did from the inside of the barn. I went in search of finding a top. That board is not quite what we're looking for. So instead, I'm going to look back through this pile and see if we can't find some better cool pieces that have some character to them. Well, this could be a possibility. All right, here's what we got to work with. I also brought up that thing. We'll see if we can do anything with that. Cool hinges. You know, now that I'm looking at it, this middle board that's too much character, if you know what I mean. So I actually forgot what this tool is called, but a few years back I got it because I was cleaning off old barn boards. There was a dining table that I made for my parents out of black walnut from the family farm on my dad's side, and I needed a way to get things clean, and this tool is it. It's made by Makita. It's just a big brush, motorized, so it does a really good job of cleaning out all the dirt and grime out of rough sawn boards. I think I'm running out of battery. Okay, I got approval from the wife. Figured I'd do that before I got too far into this, and so now we're gonna continue to move on. One quality that barnwood has is that it's never straight and not perfect and all that stuff, and so, but at the same time, it's got a rustic beauty to it. That's why people like it, and So what I'm going to do is none of these edges are great, and so instead of, being really fancy with my decisions here, I'm just going to run one edge through the table saw. That'll give me a straight enough edge that I can glue them together, and then that'll be it. I will glue them at the shop because I don't really have a place to glue them here, and plus all my glue is there. So I'm going to edge them on the table saw and then bring them to the shop, and we'll glue them there. So I've decided to try something here, and I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm going to use this piece of plywood as a spacer, and this edge right here is pretty darn flat and straight. And so this reference edge is going to ride on the fence and hopefully transfer over to the far edge of this piece, and then who knows, maybe I'll have a straight piece. We'll see. Well, guys, proof is in the pudding, and I'm not so sure that accomplished what I wanted. There's still gaps right there. That's pretty good right there. But then there's a gap right there. One cool thing about CO2 car tires is that they make great paint stains. One constant battle around this property is garbage. It ends today. I'm going to take it out. Get out of here, garbage. Oh, this is not good stuff. Since it's not structural, I think I'm just gonna put a couple dabs of super glue and call it good. This is the part I'm looking forward to the most. Putting the top on. We're kind of at the point where all projects get where they kind of turn into this little monster that you didn't realize you were getting into when you started. We keep seeing things that we want, but it just requires more time and effort and money. And so we're kind of at that point right now where we've got things what I thought was, and probably what Katie thought, we were done. And when you set that expectation for yourself and then you realize, oh, there's maybe something else, your soul kind of crushes a little bit. The wintertime is probably the best time to work on house projects, when it's easy to be inside and the weather outside is not great. Because once spring and summer and fall hit, we will be outside doing outside things, especially working on the barn and working on other projects that we have here. Really, we're just creating a bunch of project monsters. It's going to be great. So, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And thank you for your patience as I figure out this whole editing and video stuff and the YouTube thing. So, thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.